Hello and welcome to more. Today we're doing Chaos Draft. I think this theme is grave cycling, so graveyard matters and cycling cards, and I guess Theros. I'm not complaining we got a Dream Trawler. This card is kind of unbeatable. The classic 3/5 Flying Lifelink for 6 mana, which is already like a card you would probably play. And then when you draw a card, it gets pumped. Whenever it attacks, you draw a card. And then, oh, by the way, you can make it essentially unkillable. So we're going to kind of windmill slam that. I love this card. I've actually never played with it, but it seems exactly up my alley. Omen of the Forge is something I would like to take as well. 2 damage plus Scry is nice. Omen of the Hunt. I don't think I'm going to play this card, but you never know. And then there's not much else there. So we're just going to take Dream Trawler and be pretty happy about it. Ooh, Grim Backwoods. He says immediately after picking up a double white, double blue card. So there's a lot of reasons why I would try and force this. It's not necessarily worth just train wrecking your draft to force, you know, this bomb rare you picked up, because this is only 1 card out of 40. The rest of your deck is going to matter a lot more. So if we keep seeing cards that are not in our colors, then we might have to switch. We could, let's see, Headless Scob is a 3 mana 3/6 that can only come down a little bit late. Reap the Seagroth is very powerful. Faith's Shield gives a creature protection from the color of your choice. And then if you have 5 or less life, each permanent you control. So that's actually pretty nice for the late game. Just give your whole team protection from stuff. It helps us cut white, which is quite nice. There's also Chant of the Skiffsang, which is kind of removal. A lot of green, but basically none of this tells us like what is open, because this is only pack 2 and my opponent took a common. So I think I'm going to speculate on Faith's Shield and then just kind of go from there. This pack is pretty bad. So Rave Revelation is good. Destroying 2 enchantments could be good. Exile target card from a graveyard, make a 1/1 flyer. Return target card from an opponent's graveyard to their hand, and then you prevent all damage. Not about that. This is a 1 mana 1/1. I don't like that. Defy Gravity is pretty good. Giving things flying with flashback is a pretty nice trick. I think Book Burning is essentially unplayable, because if they're low on cards, they'll take damage. If they're low on life, they'll like lose their cards. Phantom Tiger is a good card. It's a 3 mana 3/2 that takes 2 hits to get there, and then also Sudden Strength. So we're passing a lot of good green. If I wasn't so excited about this card, I would have taken green in the last pack and probably picked up a good green card here, but I think Defy Gravity is good, and we just got to be hopeful that the cards will be there in the next couple packs. Flash Defender. When this enters the battlefield, you may return another creature you control to his owner's hand. That's actually pretty nice. Not so good with Manifest. Actually, it is pretty good with Manifest, because you get the card back. So I like that. Cutting Strike is great. 5 mana, 2 damage to the creature and player, and you draw a card. I'm not going to take Refocus, and I remember Will of the Naga being kind of decent. Still a lot of good green cards going around. Ooh, and Goblin Heel Cutter too. That card is really, really good. Oh man. Do I take some random 0/4? Like right now I have a pretty dirtily deck that doesn't do a whole lot. This saves us from removal. I think Dream Trawler is good enough to make it work. Missing out on Goblin Heel Cutter is unfortunate. Ooh, Mask of Riddles. Okay, that is kind of worth splashing. That should probably not be going that late. So this gives a creature fear, and then when they do damage, you draw a card. So it's like turning every creature into Dream Trawler, but they're also unblockable. This card is absurd. I think this might even just be better than Dream Trawler in a lot of cases. So yeah, we're going to take that. We can put black in our deck. That's cool. And then we're missing out on Fire Mist, Field Mist, Boulder Post, I would also put in my deck, and this one too. But we'll take the Mask. It should just not be going that late. Here is Teleria West. Probably don't have any 0 mana cards to transmute for. First C is quite nice. This is a 2 mana 1/3. This is the 3 mana 0/2 that rummages. I think I might just take a 4C here. Our deck seems to have quite a bit of good card advantage. And I don't want too many defenders, because I do have a Mask of Riddles, right? So we're trying to win at some point. Okay, Salt Road Patrol is a 4 mana 2/5. Monastery Flock does block pretty much everything, and then there's Kill Shot, which just kind of kills anything. I haven't seen that much white, but I just took a 4C, so I don't think I need a Weave Fate. Kill Shot is pretty nice. But so is this card. It's a 2/5 for 4 mana that just gets bigger every turn. I think I'm gonna take the removal here. I can find more. Ooh, I can find more creatures. So Epitaph Golem. Put target card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. You know what I like? Going infinite. You know what this card does? Lets me go infinite. You could just keep like casting kill shot, killing their stuff, getting it back, which is pretty nice. This is a 2 mana 1/3 flyer, and I think the way that this is set up, you're gonna see more than one pack of each type. So it's not impossible to get multiple investigate synergies, but I think I might just take the Epitaph Golem because it makes you unkillable. Okay, so committing to blue really kind of paid off here. Pretty much all the cards in our colors came around. I do like Eidolon of Philosophy a lot. What does this do though? Flash Flying, 2 mana 1/3 flyer, and when it enters, oh, that's way better. This can like ambush a creature. It's a 2 mana 1/3 flyer. Yeah, I almost just took a vanilla one, but this can like, so it shrinks their power where X is your devotion to blue. So even on its own, this card is pretty nice. Yeah, okay. So the blue seems pretty open. There just wasn't much in the pack. Prevent all combat damage that will be dealt this turn. No. Discard all the cards in your hand, draw the many cards. I honestly didn't remember that card existing. We'll take the Scob. We'll take, it's a lot of red cards, but I guess I'll take Funeral Pyre. It is a 1 mana 1/1 flyer if I get enough. Is it an instant? It is an instant. So if I get enough cards that go to the graveyard, it could just be a 1 mana 1/1 flyer. And I know they said that this is a Graveyard Matters format. So, okay, wow. Okay, our colors are perfectly open. That's great, actually. This is a 5 mana 3/5. Tap 2 creatures they don't untap. Maybe I just take a Soul Summons. I don't really like Refocus. And this deck looks to be a little bit curvy. I don't know. Maybe that Delve card is good. We'll see. None of the border posts came around, but that's okay. Magefire Wings is actually just a good card. I'm probably not putting it in the deck. But this draft so far is an example of, normally when I draft, I try to stay open and read the signals of the packs. And this was kind of that, because I was basically reading that there was a ton of green in the packs, like green and red, mostly just green. So I could have taken the green. Wow, yeah, this is pretty nice. I could have taken the green, but it felt like there was green in the packs more than there was blue and white. So it's not like people were cutting blue and white, it just wasn't there. So if we wait and don't take green cards now, first of all, we get to play a really broken rare, which is a huge payoff. But also, then people will have taken, you know, green and red cards and things like that. So they're kind of cemented in those colors. And then later on, when the packs are more open to the colors we're playing, then we get paid off. And it seemed to work. I mean, we got all playables except for like the last 2 picks. Cephalid Illusionist. Whenever it becomes the target of a spell or ability, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. And then you can like fog something that happens to your creature. That's pretty good. Compulsion is actually in my Peasant cube, or at least it was. This card's pretty nice, but I think Deep Analysis is just kind of better in most ways. Liquefy, counter target spell with CMC 3 or less and it exiles it. Also a pretty good card, especially in this format. I like Mystic Familiar. Unhinge is just kind of good card advantage. 7 damage, 4 damage to a creature. Wow. How the... Wow. This card is insane if you are red though. 4 damage among any number of targets, instant speed, and it has madness is absurd. But we'll take Deep Analysis and be pretty happy about it actually. There's a Stitched Drake. There's also a Bonds, ooh, and a Daybreak Ranger. This card is absurd. 2 damage to target creature with flying, and then it can fight. That's a lot of ability on a card. It is green though. Bitterheart Witch gets you curses, which would be good if we knew more about the format, like how likely we are to get more packs with curses. I think I'm probably just going to take a Stitched Drake. It's a 3 mana 3/4 flyer that's pretty big, and yeah, hard to go wrong there. Envelop. Counter target sorcery spell. Not about that, but we do have Prismatic Strands, Phantom Nomad, and World Gorger Dragon. And this card can become a 4/4 green-white insect monk with First Strike. That's actually pretty good. Battle-Wise Aven is a 4 mana 2/2. And if you have Threshold, it's a 3/3 First Strike. That's also it's also quite good. I don't know what to do here. And Wyrmfang Newt, exile land you control? Yeah, no. Not going to be doing that. I'm leaning towards the Battle-Wise Aven. I know Prismatic Strands is kind of absurd, and it can just make combat a nightmare for your opponent. So maybe I can do that, but I can also count on other people probably not knowing how good this card is, and it coming around. I think I'm gonna try and see if I can wheel the Strands. I don't know, that could be very, very wrong. The card is absurdly strong, but like all the cards in my deck are absurdly strong, you know? Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay 1, and then you can tap a creature. So I have kind of a lot of creature spells. Why is this card 5 mana? I guess it's fine. I don't love it, I don't hate it. So, okay, so there actually is kind of a bit of overlap between these packs. So it looks like maybe playing towards interset synergies is not the worst idea ever. Kind of looking at the Scaldkin. Although, no, Feat of Resistance is good. +1/+1 counter and against protection. Yeah, I think I'll just take that. Keep my guys alive. Ooh, Exalted Cascade. There's a Border Post. Soul Manipulation is very good if we do think we're going to be playing black. Which I want to at least splash for Mask of Riddles. Then Soul Manipulation is, like, it's just so much value. Counter a creature spell and you get back a creature. Vengeful Rebirth is also really solid, but I'm not going to be playing that. Banished Sojourners, I could play as a 3-mana, make a 1/1 draw card. And I guess I could take the Border Post, but I'm not going to be playing red really. This card's actually kind of absurd. Although I do have a lot of flyers, so that ability doesn't matter too much. I think I'm going to take Soul Manipulation as a speculation. Ooh, Burden of Guilt is pretty good removal. I don't need Intimidate or things like that. Wake Dancer is also great. 3 mana for 4 power. If something died is very good. Maybe, what if I don't play white? Or it's just a splash. Like, I obviously am not playing Funeral Pyre. Jeskai Barricade. I don't have many creatures with good enter the battlefield effects right now. Faith Shield is fine. That's something to consider. Because I think I'm for sure playing blue, so maybe this is just better. I really wish I could take the Wake Dancer, but I think I'm just going to stay open and be open to the idea that... Whoa, something's going on with my mouse. That was strange. It's the new mouse, too. Ooh, Drag Under. I'm going to be open to the idea that I'm just going to be blue, mostly black. Your opponent makes you discard a card. You can reveal that card. So it's like Library of Lang. This gives vigilance. Discard a card, make a human. I think I'm just going to take Drag Under. Some good tempo. Ooh. Flying Domain. Toughness is equal to the number of basic land types. So you're going to at least have one. Otherwise there's a 1-mana 0/3, but I'll take a 3-mana, probably a 2/2. Ignite Disorder. 3 damage divided as you choose. But it only hits white and blue creatures. And then there's a 5-mana 8/8, who's slightly hard to cast. I've seen crazier things, but we'll just take the bird. Cephalid Illusionist came around, and a lot of the red cards didn't, but that makes sense. I probably will play this card. We'll see, because the 3 mana to prevent all damage is nice, because you can just block with any creature, or you can like swing out with your team, and if they have a big blocker, you can just stop it from dying. So I'm kind of about that. I'm looking at more of white being a splash color. It's kind of hard to say that while I have Dream Trawler, but that's kind of special. I am a huge fan of Frightful Delusion. Any type of daze in any format I'm in love with, even though it's a 3-mana awkward daze. Just think of the value if you hit him with this, right? It's just a very easy 2-for-1. Doom Traveler is also really good. Probably just better, but I'm a sucker for some value. We're gonna get someone with this, maybe. I mean, I can take Wormfang Newt, but I don't think this card is even remotely playable. A 2-mana 2/2 that exiles a land is kind of ridiculous. I could take the Nantuko Monastery, I guess. There's some world where I play that. Is Quiet Contemplation actually good? Whenever I cast any non-creature spell, I can shrink their stuff. I could just take another Weave Fate. Maybe I just take Weave Fate. We'll just have all of the card advantage. Then we can take a 2-mana 1/5 kitty. Sure. I could have taken the really pretty, like, that's a late Faithless Looting. Could have taken the pretty island artwork. Although that's a really nice Plains artwork, too. Kind of on board with all of that. Ooh, and I get my black fixing. I need to look at the rest of the pack because I'm not gonna just straight up Windmill Slam this. Oh. Like, this might be better fixing, actually. A 3-mana 1/4 Defender, and I can sacrifice it for 2 basic lands. Okay. As this enters the battlefield, reveal island or swamp card from your hand, and if you don't, it enters untapped. Or it enters tapped unless you do that. Okay. The Vessel makes 2 Flying Spirits. And Moreland Drifter is also very good if I do in fact have Delirium. What does this do? Whenever another creature you control dies, they lose 1 life. That's pretty good. I kind of want to just take this land because I really want to cast Mask of Riddles. Like, I can't express in words how good this card is. So I think I'm just going to take the land. Misform Ultimus. What a beautiful card. Ooh, Acacian Crier is pretty good. So it's 3 mana for 1/1. So it's a little bit vulnerable, but you can discard a card to make 2 1/1 white spirit tokens, which is pretty nice. Whenever this permanent becomes the target of a spell or ability your opponent controls, you may draw a card. So we could take Opaline Sliver and try and wheel Mistform Ultimatus, which I don't think is really the play. I could take Errant Doomsayers, and that can stop a lot of incidental damage. And then there's like Think Twice if I think I need even more card advantage. Let's look at what my deck actually does, because I have a bunch of flyers, some protection. My deck's actually pretty awesome, I'm gonna be honest. And then we just win with Dream Trawler. So I kind of want to just get a bunch of card draw so I can hit my Dream Trawler faster. Yeah, all the card draw. Ooh, Scepter of Fugue. Although that's very hard to activate or cast. I mean, Parasitic Strix is a 3 mana 2/2 flyer, and it's very unlikely to activate. I think I just want to take the 4 mana 3/3 flyer. That's like pretty good. Passing out on things like Fiery Fall, which is really good. Kaleidoscope, which is kind of fun, but we'll just take the flyer. Alright. Add this. Spend this mana to only cast an instant or sorcery. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 3 or more, you can transform it. And it's a 3/4 prowess that makes things cheaper. That's pretty nice. +2/+6. That's kind of a very specific number. When this enters the battlefield, make an Eldrazi. I actually am a huge fan of this 5 mana 3/4 lifelink dude, but I might take the Curious Homunculus because I have Deep Analysis, Foresee, Weave Fate, and Think Twice, so being able to cast them is pretty good. And I need more 2 mana plays. Ooh, okay. Lord Dracus, so I can mutate it for 2. Whenever this creature mutates, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. I kind of want to just take Boon of the Wishgiver. Is that too much card draw? Well, I have Epitaph Golem, so I can't deck. And by can't deck, I mean I definitely can. Ooh, Shaper Parasite. This card's insane. This is removal and a creature. What does this do, though? Deals an amount of damage of your choice to you and target creature. Wait. So you... Wait, what? Oh, I see. It's Echo X mana, so if you make your life total low, then it can stay around. That's actually kind of a cool design. We're definitely taking Shaper Parasite. I've never seen this card before. That actually seems... I don't know why I've never seen that card before. That seems like a nightmare. And this is a 2 mana 2/1 flyer. We're taking Shaper Parasite though. Ooh, Heal Bonder? How many Vigilance creatures do I have? Because this is pretty good. The other option is just a Phase Dolphin. I don't think I have any Vigilance creatures though. Normally I end up with quite a few. But this is a 3 mana 2/4 Vigilance that gains you 1 life every turn. Which is also kind of playable, but the double white is hard to accomplish because white is looking like mostly a splash aside from Dream Trawler. I could take Mutual Destruction if I think I need more removal, because am I going to play Phase Dolphin? Not really. I'll take this if I think I need more removal. Well, then I get Claustrophobia. Oh, Voiceless Spirit is so good. 3 mana 2/1 flying first strike. I think I need the removal, but Voiceless Spirit is absurd. Moorland Drifter. Am I ever actually going to hit Delirium? The problem with Delirium is getting lands, enchantments, and artifacts in your graveyard, because normally you can get creature, instant, and sorcery, and that's pretty easy, but Delirium's kind of specifically tutored? I don't know. They tuned it so that it's not easy. You need to hit a land, an artifact, or an enchantment, and I think that's pretty tough to do, but it's better than the rest. What does this even do? Target player sacrifices half the non-land permanents they control rounded down. And they can sacrifice a permanent to put 2 time counters on it. You know, I'm gonna bring this in my sideboard in case we have like a super dirtily matchup, because I will win the late game. Like, that is just going to happen. Parasitic Strix has like a tiny bit of upside, and then also it's an artifact if I do end up playing Moorland Drifter. So there's that. I think that's why Field Creeper was in this format. This was the pack, I think, with the lifelink creature. which is a bit unfortunate. I'll take the Steadfast Cathar. Oh, wow. We got a Frostlinks and an Anticipate. So I can take Anticipate if I want to, like, pretty much just guarantee I'm going to hit Dream Trawler, but I think I have enough card draw that I could just take a Frostlinks and kind of like upgrade my Blind Phantasm or something. I like the Gossamer Phantasm because it's one toughness is gonna die if something targets it anyway, and the artwork is really cool. There's a lot of cards I've just never seen from that format, but I'm about that card. So deck building is gonna be hard. I really could just get rid of Mask of Riddles, but I have so much card draw that I'm gonna go through my deck. This you have to reveal an island. Okay, I'm gonna go through my deck pretty quickly, so it's not like, you know, if I just play one swamp. Whoa, 8-2-1. Oh, I need to make cuts. Okay, I was like, why is that so few lands? I think just playing one swamp with all this card draw is fine. We need to figure out. So this can become a 2/3 flyer. Shape Repair Satellite. Claustrophobia is good. Headless Scob is a bit medium. I like Drag Under. This card is maybe a little bit too clunky. I know I took it over something good, but we'll see. I like that this cycles for 1 because I just have infinite card draw. And hitting Threshold is actually pretty easy, so I will get Flying. This is a 3-mana 2/3, which does block pretty well. Like, I need something to stop them from just killing me. I don't need Defy Gravity because everything I have is flying. Probably don't need Soul Summons. I like Feat of Resistance. I kind of like Faith's Shield. Just for 1 mana, stop their removal. Let's see, Steadfast Cathar, I don't need. The Jeskai Barricade is interesting. Is this a May? This is a May. So I can just hold this up as a way to protect against removal, but I think I'll just bring that in if my opponent has removal. I could get rid of the Epitaph Golem and then just cut these two. And then I can bring in the Epitaph Golem in matchups where like decking becomes a concern. Because Dream Trawler can win games. I have quite a bit of flyers. This card's good. I think I do like this Phantasm. 2-mana 2/1 flyer is just a good rate. The Illusionist can, I guess, just block. Do I have something better than the Illusionist? Oh, wait. This is pretty good with First Strike, right? I guess, no, not that great. And also, I guess I need to decide if I'm running Soul Manipulation and Frightful Delusion. This is certainly a 17-land deck with basically infinite card draw. I think I'm going to run the Drifter over the Illusionist. 2-mana 2/2 is just a good rate, and it's better with things like Mask of Riddles. Yeah, that seems fine. And then we have like all these sideboard cards. We want to bring them in. I have Choked Estuary. We're going to be playing 1. Actually, do I even need a swamp? I just run 4, 5. So that is 6. Oh, I guess 6, 9, and then that one, 39. Okay, then I can add a swamp. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white sources for a couple cards. It's not terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue sources for what is a lot of blue mana, and then 2 black mana for just a Mask of Riddles. Seems fine. Maybe I just want Chant of the Skinfang over Moorland Drifter. This is like, your creature is very dead. Although, you know what? We're just gonna run the Illusionist. It's like the same thing because I can just block with him. Although, no, him milling me out is actually a very real concern. So we'll just bring in Chant of this, whatever that card is. See you guys, round 1. All right, we're playing against Canadian Bacons on the draw. 5-land, Avon Trailblazer. I think we can do better, but we do have a lot of card draw, and you know what? I'll keep. I'm a madman. I have so much card draw that being choked on mana is not the worst. Although they do have a 1-mana creature that attacks for 2 damage. That's a little bit scary, but I have like most of my colors. This thing's good, I guess. Probably I might even have to wait until turn 3 to cast this, depending on what my opponent does. Yeah, that card's actually really good. Okay. Okay, Frostlinks, that's actually nice. So I can go turn 3 Frostlinks, tap down the... I guess I have to tap down the Steadfast Cathar because this attacks as like a absolutely giant toughness creature. So they attack for 2 on turn 2 and 3 on turn 3, and they have another play. Okay, that card's not that scary. I swear, if they have Force Spike, I'm gonna cry. So it's Frostlinks. Tap this. They can attack with Revered Dead. I'll take 2. I fall to 13, which is pretty low. But as long as we start drawing spells eventually, we should be okay. Deep analysis. So right now the Trailblazer is a 2/2, which doesn't help that much. But I think getting stuff on the board is more important. If they counter this with like Bone to Ash, I'm in huge trouble. Last turn. So if they just attack with a Steadfast Cathar, oh man, what is this? Return 3 creatures you control to their owner's hands. Oh, are you kidding me? All right. Sure. So they're gonna hit me for 7. Okay, that is an absurd curve. I have removal for this, so it's not just over, but it's artifact creatures and black creatures can block it, so I just cannot block it. All right. Man, opponent's deck is good. So they're very aggressive. So I need to sideboard. Ooh, we did it. Well, kind of. Let's Claustrophobia this guy. And then pass turn. Getting our swamp would be good, but there's only 1 swamp, so it's pretty unlikely that we hit it. They're going to attack for probably just a 3/3 Moorland Drifter, which I can double block. Yeah, I think that's okay. And I think I do actually have to Faith Shield here for pro white. I need my creatures around. If I was in any better of a position, I wouldn't do this because now they could just play a kill spell and really blow me out. But I'm at 7 life. I'm in trouble. So I need to make sure I have a board position when I start resolving all my card draw. Ooh, that's actually very good. Let's go Island. So I have 6 mana, so I can cast this face down. And I can kill their Steadfast Cathar if that's all they attack with. I think at this point I can probably attack with even Trailblazer. This flips up as a 2/3. Yeah. So what we're going to do is, in response to the Exalted trigger, we're going to flip our Shaper Parasite. At least if that's how they attack. We'll see what they do. But I imagine... This attacks as a 2/2. I could just take 2. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kill their 2/1. Target this one. Give it +2, -2, yes. And then now this becomes a 2/2, but I can just block with my 2/3. Then they're forced to use mana to regenerate it. It's possible I'm supposed to kill the Exalted creature, not the 2/1. Target creature gains trample or flying. That's pretty good. There's our Mask of Riddle. So let's draw 2. Ooh, Feet of Resistance helps a lot. Play Plains and... So they can't really attack too well, and they're forced to give flying. This does not untap either, so I think I'm just going to attack for 2 here, because my life total is pretty low. Like, I would like to be able to flashback Deep Analysis, but that puts me to 4, which I'm not the most comfortable with. They don't even attack. Okay, that's a great position to be in for me. Swamp? Okay. I am going to flashback Deep Analysis. Kill shot is huge. So let's go Plains and attack. This gives trample and flying. So I guess there's no point in really attacking either, because they can just give Revered Dead flying and then block. But the bright side of here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've drawn 10 lands, and that's a bright side because I have fewer lands to draw in my deck than my opponent, and 2 of them are very good. They just let me cast Mask of Riddles, the rest are just fine. So we could just kind of sit here. That's another good card. So play a land. I don't have any attacks because of Revered Dead. Maybe I do. Like this. They can only block 1. That actually seems fine. Now that I have Theranati's Stinger. Yep, they regenerate. Maybe we can like trick them into swinging out or something. This card seems really good. I've never seen it before, but I'm about it. Uh-oh. Opponent, what you doing? So they exalted. I think I'm just gonna shrink the power and block it with a bunch of stuff. Shrink this. The old -3/3 creature. So we double block. And we killed their best creature now. Perfect. Yeah, that seemed like a huge mistake. They were supposed to... Well, maybe it's not that big of a mistake. They didn't really have much else they could do. Let's move to combat. Now I can start attacking kind of more freely with my flyers. Hit for 3. Play the homunculus. I'm gonna keep the island in hand so that way I can play the black land untapped and immediately play an equipped Mask of Riddles. See what they do here. Enters the battlefield, prevent the next 5 damage that would be dealt to any number of targets. Okay, opponent has some good rares, that is for sure. If kill shot does not resolve, I actually die. I don't know why they didn't ambush my creature. So yeah, if they have a counterspell plus kill shot, I'm dead. They only have 2 cards in hand, and they haven't countered, like they didn't even counter my stinger, but maybe they just knew the angel would kill me. Alright, so let's kill this. Don't counter it. Nice. And I'll block with my 2/2 just to force them to regenerate here. So they have 2 giant convoke, or 2 giant flash flying creatures. That's a little bit scary. Come on, deck, give me some card draw. Oh, alright. That one's pretty good. So let's make sure this resolves. I don't know why they would counter it if they haven't countered anything else yet, but we'll see. Yeah, I would concede to that card as well. Although in my defense, they had 2 giant bomb flying rares. So do I have any better removal? Mutual Destruction is fine, but it is pretty expensive. Cephalid Illusionist doesn't really stop like the core problem with their flying creatures. Jeskai Barricade doesn't really stop it either. I don't think I need Epitaph Goal in this matchup. I just need some stuff that like stops me from dying early. I kind of want Soul Manipulation against this opponent, just because of how good some of their big creatures are. I can get rid of even Trailblazer probably, and then cut a Plains for another Swamp. Yeah, because countering their big creatures is just going to win me the game, I think. I have 1 black permanent for Parasitic Strix. That seems okay. Well, I have all my colors. This hand's a little bit slow, but if they don't kill me like immediately, I can win. They also mulliganed to 6 and didn't have a 1-mana 2/2, so ooh, that's good. I wish my creature had cycling, but basically we're gonna save this card until the late game because I need to look up the converted mana cost of their creatures. Because basically, I'm not scared of their deck aside from those 2 cards that I've seen. They didn't really show any removal or counter magic, but they could side it in. Ooh, Choke Estuary. Yeah, I might as well play that while it's untapped, revealing an island. Okay, they play a Morph. That's slightly worrisome. So I'm gonna play the card they know about. I'm not gonna cycle Boon of the Wishgiver. I think I have enough stuff going on later on. Then we'll find out what that Morph is. I'm saving Chant for creatures I can't deal with through combat. Like if I just play this 3/3, most likely it's gonna be able to block that Morph. Okay. Ooh, Shaper Parasite. So let's play this for now. I haven't seen any like Daze Mana Tithe counter magic, so I'm not really scared of anything. And then playing Shaper Parasite on the same turn that I can hold up Soul Manipulation or activate Shaper Parasite end of turn seems like a good place to be. Can't attack, block, or transform. So they can sacrifice permanents to attach this to other creatures. That's actually pretty good. So we want to draw something here. I did draw something. 2, 3, 4, 5. I have so many things I want to do on 6. But I'm just going to cast this face down. They know what it is. They know it can kill their Morph, but I'm just so taxed for mana at 6 that I want to get it down now. No! Alright, I got max punished, I guess. They can Shaper Parasite my Shaper Parasite. Alright, give me some spells. More land. Okay. Let's... Oh god, I can draw 4 or I can just hold up Soul Manipulation. I'm only taking 2 per turn. And Soul Manipulation getting back Shaper Parasite seems quite good. That being said, all of their stuff has flash, so I'm just going to draw 4. I have to discard a land, and that's acceptable. That's kind of a lot of land. But if they don't resolve a creature right now, yeah, then it's kind of... They have 3 cards in hand. I honestly don't know what they could be. Let's go ahead and resolve a Frost Lynx. Tap down their Shaper Parasite. I have no idea what kind of hand they kept, but maybe it's just a ton of removal. Who knows? Stitched Drake. Well, I don't actually want to exile my Shaper Parasite because I want to get it back because that card's so good. So I'm kind of in a problematic situation here. I'm just going to pass turn and then we're going to ambush the Shaper Parasite with the Threnody Stinger. And then we'll just play Stitch Drake later on when things get... Okay, they don't do anything. I don't need to do anything. Like, my late game is so good here. We have Kill Shot. Sure. Last turn. I have 6 cards in hand and my deck is full of card draw. Steadfast Cathar, sure. Basically, I'm just not going to counter creatures I don't care about. And I think maybe I do just cast a Stitch Drake. No, we'll wait. Again, I am in no rush. I've drawn a million lands and that's cool. But as soon as a single creature dies, the Stitch Drake gets a lot better, Soul Manipulation gets a lot better. And I think I might save Soul Manipulation for them having a counterspell on my dude, because yeah, I was expecting something like this to happen. They have a 2/3, so we can play this thing. And I guess I kill the Shaper Parasite. So what am I gonna do? I can double block 1 and then prevent damage, but I think just double blocking the Shaper Parasite is fine here. Taking 2, I don't care that much. What is this? First strike, protection from red. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target goblin. Okay. That's so many land, but we're just gonna stick to our guns here, keep back our creatures, try and trade off in combat this turn. That feeling when you have too many good cards in hand that you can't trade off in combat, you know? 1/3 Exalted. It's a lot of Exalted, but it's still fine. Okay, I'll block here. I just need a creature in my graveyard for Stitch Drake. Ooh, Faith's Shield is actually pretty good. So let's play the Drake, get rid of the Frost Links. Pass turn. So there's 4 lands left in my 17 card deck, which is kind of funny. Opponent can't attack. They might try and flash in their guy at the end of turn, and I might even just let that happen. Weave Fate, there we go. So I'm just gonna main phase this. There we go, Dream Trawler. I can't do that and hold up Faith Shield because I tapped weird, so we're gonna wait 1 turn. But basically, Dream Trawler is gonna win this game. So they flash in the guy, they lose their entire board. That's okay, I could just kill shot that. Because I'm really concerned about them having a counter spell for Dream Trawler. That's the only way they prevent it, and that's something they would have sided into. Alright, creatures get bigger. Do they have more? And when it attacks, they get to tap something. I think I might be dead. Right? I killed this, they tap something so I can block here, then I take exactly lethal. So I actually have to Faith Shield what they're targeting with the tap to survive here. Faith Shield this. Protection from white. Now I survive, then I kill shot the 7/6. And then I can... That's a 4 power first strike. So I can block their Niblis and block here. I take 7, but that's okay. Because now I have Dream Trawler plus Soul Manipulation, plus Chant of the Skiff Sang or whatever. Let's go Plains, cast Dream Trawler. 5, 6. Play this. Do I even need to play this? Let's cast the Homunculus, because that just chumps. And then hold up Soul Manipulation on their creature. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I was supposed to chant something and then discard the Homunculus to protect Dream Trawler. I see. I see, right. They can attach this to a creature, but only any time they could cast a sorcery and only once each turn. So I could just discard a card to give it hexproof. Sacrifice a permanent, this creature gains flying. Okay, so I'm forced to chump block the knight. Yeah, so they can only sack a permanent to give it flying. We block, I have to chump this. Oh, actually it's not even a chump, that's great. And then I guess I just block here. First strike, protection from red, sure. Okay, I did actually die. I got a little bit too greedy, I think. Now that I've seen their deck, they basically have no removal. So I should have just run out Dream Trawler sooner. And things like Blind Phantasm are kind of great. Because I just need creatures that can block and stay alive. Naughty Singer. I'm not really about this Homunculus. I think I'm just going to bring in Blind Phantasm and run the rest. Well, this turns into a 3/4. It's so good. Fine. Alright, now I get to be on the play. Keeping all these 5-land hands, but here we are. Yeah, I was just way too greedy with my soul manipulation. I will reveal this swamp, sure. Skeleton Key. Equipped creature has Skulk. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may loot. And I draw a land. Okay. Protection from red and shadow. So they have Skulk and shadow. That's kind of a combo. Let's play a Frost Lynx. Tap that down. And I might actually have to Claustrophobia the Soltari Priest. It's pretty awkward. They have a lot of random protection from red stuff. There's my mask. Finally, I draw it. Okay. We're going to take a bit of damage, but I'm just going to start drawing cards, so that's cool. Do that. Equip here. And this is the card advantage engine that's just so good. Draw a card? Yeah, I will. Oh, there's a Dream Trawler. Opponent only has white mana. This costs how much to equip? 2. Okay. They discard Shaper Parasite, so their hand must be really stuck on mana. Stitched Drake. Okay, well, let's attack. This costs 6. Okay. Draw a card, yes. Ooh, foresee. I think just so I don't die, we're just gonna run out this Claustrophobia on this guy. Although, do I care? I'm getting so greedy here. Playing a land, because I'm gonna cast a Dream Trawler next turn. I can't block either of them, so I go to 12. I think I do just use my removal when I can. That also stops them from looting unless they want to spend 2 more mana. And then if they're spending mana, like, dealing a Dream Trawler is very hard for them. Hit their blue mana. Here comes the big boy, though. That's hard to deal with. Am I going to be blocking with Frost Lynx? Probably, maybe. They do have, like, a bunch of Team Pump, so we'll just wait and see. Alright, yeah. I should have done this last game. I was playing, like, carefully, but I didn't realize my opponent just had Team Pump and not removal. So I was playing around the wrong thing they could have had. See you guys round 2. Alright, we're playing against Hello Sir. And we're on the play, which is good. See, I would take a 5-land hand over this one. This one's fine. It has all of our colors. So we're gonna keep, and I need to get rid of something. I feel like it's going to be the Parasitic Strix because this is kind of the weakest card, but it's also like our first action. I'm on the play. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the Strix. This hand just like, it's a late game hand. We're not gonna do anything here because I'm gonna cast Think Twice. If I hit a land, rather than casting the Strix, we're just gonna flashback Think Twice. And a 3/3 flyer is so much bigger than a 2/2 flyer. And because we are in a pretty dire situation, I'm actually going to main phase Think Twice. You never know if opponent, I don't know, has some type of counter magic that they're just ready to fire off. Kill shot, okay. So now I can wait. Then we flashback Think Twice. Hopefully we hit another land and then probably run out the birds. But we may run out Deep Analysis, we'll see. Ooh, okay. It's going to be one of those games. And by that I mean my opponent has 3 colors. I have 3 colors. Ooh, Gossamer Phantasm. Battle-wise even. So I suppose I should cast the only card I can cast here. Pass turn. Oh. Alright. Warped Landscape. Ooh. Oh wait, that only gets 1 land and not 2. Okay. Plains. Okay, so let's run out the bird. Hello? Hello? Okay. I don't know, probably the editing took care of that, but it just kind of lagged. We'll see what other colors they have. I hope they get like a forest. Whenever it attacks, flip a coin. If you win, it becomes a 5/5 flyer. That's big. There's an island. I'm hitting for 3. I want to kill shot that, but I think this is probably just a good time for Claustrophobia. I don't really want to take that much damage. And like, you know, what if they have a counter magic or can't? Okay. This is gonna enter with, oh, they enter with flying, perfect. That card is so powerful. There's a Dream Trawler, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's Deep Analysis. Me. There's our plains. Flashback Deep Analysis. I go down to, I go up to 7 here. Yeah, that's fine. There's our Shaper Parasite, and that is flying, so I can't do anything. Probably if they tap low, I could just resolve a Dream Trawler. That card's like impossible to kill. 4 cards or a 1 is decent. Little do they know I'm about to resolve a card that is significantly better. I also have another 4 for 1. This deck's insane. I love it. The fact that they're attacking here is also kind of good for me because it means they probably have a follow-up play. Oh, okay. And then they just recast it. Game over. Let's go Island Dream Trawler. This card. I don't know how you can ever beat this card. I guess they do have 7-8 damage. I can block with the Cormorants, but I don't think that really does anything, so probably just attacking makes more sense. I'm curious what their black mana is for, because it appears to be a splash. Probably something like Terminate or one of those type of cards. I can even give myself instant threshold using Dream Trawler. If I want to, I could just discard my entire hand. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just saying if I wanted to, it's an option. Okay, so they can attack with this because it's not really much of a risk, and if they win the flip, yeah, then they can just hit me, and I'll just take it now. I don't really care. Whatever this is scary. That's a significant amount of mana. What is this? Oh boy. Okay, and when this mutates, they get a thing? All right. That's really big. What did they hit? They can probably... Wow, their deck is very good. And they put the Shaper Parasite into their hand. All right. That gets bigger. It's a 4/5. How do I do this? The card's so big. So I can attack with Dreamcaller. It's going to become a 5/5. And then I just trade for Luna. Definitely playing this land. Shaper Parasite can shrink their guy. And they're going to have their own Shaper Parasite to kill my Shaper Parasite. I think my best shot here is... Because I need to use Kill Shot to win. I don't think I can attack. So I'm just going to Shaper Parasite and hold up Kill Shot. If they also have a kill spell end of turn, then I'm in really big trouble. Man, these decks are so good. What the heck? So unfortunately, I cannot both activate Shaper Parasite and Kill Shot in the same turn. Okay, opponent resolves their own Shaper Parasite, and I can see what it does here. +2, -2, or -2, +2. So that resolves. That can give this 3 toughness. So that's something to look out for. If they attack with like the Wingfold Terran, opponent swings out. Let's hope they lose the flip here. Okay, they did in fact lose the flip. So if I Kill Shot this, I think I need to just assume that Kill Shot is going to happen. And then, actually, because then they can Shaper Parasite my Morph. This is so complicated. I think I need to Kill Shot this. If I go for the double block... Yeah, actually this seems okay. Let's Kill Shot this. 1, 2, 3. Then I could just take 7. No, then I die. I can't just take 7. I can do something like this, but then they can Shaper Parasite my Dream Trawler to make it into a 5/3. And then I have to cycle Boon of the Wishgiver to trade with their Wingfold Terran. And that's pretty bad. If I do this, then they just Shaper Parasite, kill my Morph, and I lose both. So I think I'm just going to block their 4/4. Yeah, this doesn't get any toughness. All right. Yeah, Shaper Parasite's kind of a problem. So this gets bigger. I really want to just cast Boon of the Wishgiver and gain a ton of life. But if they have a removal spell for Dream Trawler, I kind of just lose. But can I do much better anyway? Probably not. Okay, he gets bigger. Let's play a land. Move to combat. Don't kill it? Okay, I actually get an attack off. That's great. This can block Shaper Parasite, I guess. Although I'm gaining 8 and going up to 14, and the most I can take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So maybe I just threaten lethal here. Oh man, that's great. They have a fog. 3 damage to target creature. Okay, so then that's good. I can save my guy, but I don't really need to. Go down to 5. I can play the Homunculus, which they can Shaper Parasite. But they're at 5 life, so they need to keep back a blocker now for a Dream Trawler. And if they Shaper Parasite the Homunculus, then they can't like mess with me on defense, you know? I'm also substantially ahead on cards. I should have played the Swamp so that I could play Aven Trailblazer as a 2-3. That was kind of a big mistake. Okay, they give their thing the ability to loot. That means they're in trouble. Or they have a Madness card that they're trying to activate here. But I feel like, yeah, they're just trying to find an answer. And if they do flip on my Curious Homunculus, I think I just let it happen. They probably have to hold back their Wingfold Terran here and just hit me for 5. Okay, I take 5. Okay. I think I most likely win. It's not guaranteed, but it's pretty likely. Well, I don't actually, I have only 2 instant or sorceries. So let's play our Swamp. I guess I can chant to the Skinfang their Wingfold Terran here. That way, if anything goes wrong, we don't lose our Dream Trawler. And I think I'm okay just attacking here. It's lethal, so it's a forced chump. Oh man, yeah, because I could use Faith's Shield to give Pro Blue, but there's really no need. And I don't even need to cast Weave Fate here. Let's play Stitch Drake, getting rid of Gossamer Phantom, even Trailblazer as a 2-3. So now I have lethal in the air again. Yeah, this card is crazy. 6 toughness. Wait, this gives you protection? I did not read that. That's quite good. Alright, we maybe get to see what the black mana is for. Okay, what does this do? When this enters the battlefield, it deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Okay. Turn off the yields, and this gives +1/+1. Sure, so what are you targeting? Because I can give hexproof here. So they're gonna kill the Trailblazer. I think I'm cool with that. It's weird that they're not killing the Stitch Drake, but I'm cool with that dying. Opponent attacks. So I can take 6 or just 5. What if I just chump with my Homunculus? I don't think they can do 10 damage to me. Famous last words, but Enchanted creature gets +2/-2. Sure. They have 1 card in hand? Alright. So this gets bigger. Oh, the Stinger. The Stinger is very good here. So let's do that. Let's play our land. And I think now we go for the kill. So let's attack. Ooh, that would have been very nice to have like 1 turn ago. And then I'm gonna Faith's Shield, giving this protection from blue. And I attacked with both. There are some things that are like target player sacrifices an attacking creature or something like that. Alright, so yeah, that Shaper Parasite we knew. So that was game 1. Oh my gosh. Soul Manipulation? I don't really need things like this Homunculus, although I keep trying to cut it and then remembering that it adds mana. I just haven't drawn it early. I have a lot of creatures. I think I'm actually really set up for this matchup. This also could be an Epitaph Golem matchup. It's just a 3/5, which is already huge. And like stopping me from decking is pretty good. I think I'm gonna get rid of this Strix, because it's marginally worse than the Trailblazer. And we're gonna cut a Plains for a Swamp here. That way I can play Soul Manipulation and the Mask. I need to make 1 more cut. Part of me wants to cut this bird, but it's quite good. Oh, the Phantasm. Yeah, the Phantasm's pretty bad here. Oh, yes. I mean, this deck can only draw either 5 lands or 2, it seems, but of all the 5-land hands, Mask of Riddles into Frostlinks is... It's hard to ask for anything better. I actually did side out a Swamp for a Plains, so this is kind of hurting me right now. I just turned down my volume to try and reduce... Oh, there's a Plains. Alright, so... Oh... I didn't mean to play that. I meant to play an island. I just... Ugh, that sucks. I was gonna jam Mask of Riddles there, but maybe it's better they don't know about it. Oh, that actually hurts me pretty substantially now because I can't play creature into Shaper Parasite. Although, I think the morph is double blue. So let's just hope that's the case. Yeah, I really messed up because I could have just played Aven Trailblazer as a 2/3 this turn and then played in a quick Mask of Riddles next turn. Unless they have more morphs that I'm not aware of. Maybe it is not double blue. Maybe, I think Shaper Parasite is double blue. And the morph cost is not. Yeah, man. That was a mistake. One misplayed land doing something like this. It's cool though. Oh, actually that's not so bad. So now I get to go plains, play this Trailblazer. I can probably just, let's see, next turn I Epitaph Golem, then play an Equip Mask. Yeah, my sequencing was really bad here, but it should be okay, I hope. Alright, you got me, you have a 3/4. But their mana is pretty awkward here, and I think they missed a land drop as well, which is good and bad. It means their hand is full of action. I'm gonna play this Golem here. It's a 3/5, so it can currently block unless they have another Shaper Parasite. What is this? Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and can ping for 1. Okay, that's a lot of damage. Take 5. See what we draw, Mask of Riddles. I mean, I'm dying very quickly, but we need to hit Claustrophobia or something like Killshot. And next turn, if I'm really in trouble, I can Soul Manipulation my Frostlings. Let's equip here. The only other black card is Soul Manipulation, so I know I'm not going to be able to cast that. Draw a card, yes. Not the best. Not the best. Oh, please don't be anything too scary here. What is this? Whenever it attacks or blocks, sacrifice it. Weave Fate. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3. So that stops that. I'm in trouble. I'm actually in a good amount of trouble here. Because if I take 5 more, then I'm just dead to this card. So I think I'm just going to get back a Frostlings. Play a land. Play the Frostlings. Tap the Shaper Parasite. And I can attack with the Epitaph Golem. But that seems kind of short-sighted. The problem is I lose all the value on this Soul Manipulation. Ugh. Alright, well. They're gonna sacrifice. That puts me down to 3. And this is gonna untap next turn. I think I just take it. This is hard. If I Deep Analysis, then I cannot cast an Epitaph Golem. So I think we're gonna equip here and attack. I need to find Claustrophobia or something. More lands. Okay. I can play in Chump Block with the Golem. I guess that's my only play here. An opponent drew a land. I think this game's over. I'm just a little bit too slow to this game. Honestly, probably due to my mana fumble on turn 2. But we get a game 3, and our deck's absurd, and we'll be on the play, so. Piracy Charm. Island Walk. I love it. Alright, we're dead. Island Walk. Nice. Okay. Yeah, the benefit of us losing that game is we get to play another game, and these games have been a lot of fun. It's just, losing is never exciting. Kind of want to bring in Frightful Delusion, because every card my opponent has is so good. I kind of want to bring that card in. And we will get rid of... Maybe this Battle-Wise Haven is a little bit too slow. Sure. Alright. Game 3, on the play. Yeah, I mean, we keep these. If I discard the hand size, at least I can cast Deep Analysis. Here's where my Homunculus would be awesome. I don't think I've still seen a single black card from the opponent. Okay, Island is fine. Now let's just draw Plains. Dream. Ooh, that's quite good. Alright, opponent has perfect mana. Alright, I mean, at least I drew lands. I get to probably force C because I want like specific cards. They're not activating it. Interesting. Did they miss a 3rd land? No, they're just gonna play Shaper Parasite. Oh, alright. Come on, deck, give me something. Alright, I guess I probably just want to cast Deep Analysis. There's our Homunculus. And I can cast Epitaph Golem. There's their Shaper Parasite. Okay. Let's play the Golem. Just a big chunky boy. If they kill it, we're in trouble. Next turn I can force C into a Plains, hopefully. They bounce it, would be pretty rough. They did have a bounce spell. Okay, I can work with this so far, right? Discard a card, sacrifice a land, unless their spell is double red. Okay, I can work with that. We draw Plains. Plains is good. Plains is very good. I can Deep Analysis myself. I want to get Soul Manipulation up. Yeah, let's Deep Analysis myself. Plains. I don't quite have it, but Drag Under is going to be good eventually. I can play the Homunculus, which is going to help with the mana next turn. Pass turn. I have double white for Dream Trawler as well. And they're getting all of the lands out of their deck. So they're just going to be drawing straight action, but I did the opposite. I just drew straight action. And then I'm going to get the lands out of my deck. Oh, 6 mana. Please just be... Okay, I can work with the Wingfold Terran. I would like to counter it, but if they go with flying and not hexproof, I can just bounce it. Okay, I think we've stabilized. Let's... I guess they're tapped out, right? Yeah, they're tapped out. Let's just cast a Dream Trawler. Last turn. And if Dream Trawler survives, we're going to have Feat of Resistance, Faith's Shield, all this stuff going on. I don't know of a way for them to kill Dream Trawler, but I've been wrong before. I guess the Mutate turn their, like, morph into a 6/6. Lowstone Embrace. Okay, so they can make this into a 5/3. Sure. I can work with this. So this gets bigger. I get to drag under their Wingfold Terran. And that's so much of a mana hit, right? That's 6 mana that they spent. Get to pump up my guy for 5. That seems okay to me. I guess I'm hitting for 6, really. They go to 14. And I just need to make sure I don't die. Let's play the Cormorants and the Choked Estuary because I really want to get Soul Manipulation. Pass turn. I have Faith Shield to keep myself safe from most things. Dragon's Eye Savant. So they get to see my hand. Sure. An 06 flyer. Okay, so they don't have Shaper Parasite. Do they just concede? I don't... This card's dumb. Oh my gosh. I've played with Glorybringer Unlimited. This card's scarier than... It's like a Glorybringer that also gains you life and you can protect it. That's absurd. Like, imagine if Glorybringer just drew a card when it attacked and didn't have to exert, and you could, like, pay life to kill it or something. Oh no. Opponent says they messed up. What happened? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8 mana Plague Wind? That actually wouldn't even do that much. I gotta look up Alpha Brawl so you guys can be in on the conversation here. So this says, target creature an opponent controls deals damage equal to its power to each other creature that player controls. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. So let me think about this. So, opponent says colorless damage. Wow, they planned this out a long time in advance. Props to the opponent. So, they give it Epitaph Golem, 5 power, right? Because it can tap to pump it up. But no, I would not have responded with Face Shield, I don't think. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked. So then this becomes 5 power, and then the Alpha Brawl do 5 damage to everything. And then those things do damage to it. So I lose my board, but they only have a 1/1 and a 4/4. And then I can just Soul Manipulation get back my Dream Trawler. So it would have been a much more interesting game, but I still would have won. See you guys in the finals. Oh man, every hand with Deep Analysis feels like I just cannot lose. It's just so much card advantage. Like, what the heck? I basically have 2 6 mana draw card spells. Gravecrawler is a little bit scary though. Let's lead with Plains. I think Plains... Like, if I lead with Islands, then they're more incentivized to play their creatures out from under, like, removal. But if I lead with Islands, or, yeah. But then if I lead with Plains, they might, I don't know, jam something early. I guess I'll go for the Stinger block. I know they can probably just recast Gravecrawler, but if they can't, it's great. And even if they can, I have a 1/3 to block their 2/1, and they cannot. So that's also quite good. Let's go ahead and go Island. Attack for 1. Player Strix. Next turn we're going to play Deep Analysis. Again, Faith's Shield is kind of reserved for later in the game or like more important permanents. I'm not really going to Faith Shield my 1/3 most likely. What is this? Zombie Trailblazer. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. That's actually scary, but I drew a kill shot. I'm just going to Deep Analysis. It's actually not that scary. Although I could have gotten them if they attacked with Zombie Trailblazer before doing anything. Alright, Battle-wise Aven is pretty good. So let's just attack with Parasitic Strix. I don't want to trade 1 for 2. I know they can play Gravecrawler, give me a swamp, play another zombie, and give it Swamp Walk, but that's a lot of things for them to have to do. And then there's almost no way that I don't get to kill shot the zombie Trailblazer at some point. Whoa. Okay, it's just a 2/2 flyer. So guess I attack with Parasitic Strix. This seems like a good application of Faith's Shield. There's a flying zombie minion. That's kind of cool. Alright, so now I can go with Plains. This only targets lands, right? Yeah, let's play the Gossamer Phantom. It's not the greatest card, but this lets me hold up Kill Shot as well. I don't think they're going to attack with Zombie Trailblazer, but it's also funny. They might like try and mess up my mana, and then I'm going to draw my Mask of Riddles, and then just have a swamp. Okay, that's a problem. That might be one to Kill Shot. We'll see what they do. Just Gravecrawler. So that's fine. I can block here. Then they gain 1 and I lose 1. And then they just recast it and it's untapped. Yeah, their deck's actually a pretty cool zombie deck. I think blocking is better because I take 1 less damage. And the late game should favor me. Like, really the only way I think I lose this is dying. Because my card advantage is huge. Like, okay, there's an island. Let's go island. I will actually deep analysis. Stitched Drake. Okay. Pass turn. This only gives zombies swamp walk? Yeah. What is this? Whenever opponent draws a card, if you control a red permanent. Okay. This is getting pretty scary, actually. Their deck is like the perfect counter to mine. Because they're just going to drain me slowly. And like, I draw a lot of cards. Alright, I'll block. They only have 1 card in hand, though. So that's a little bit comforting. And Choked Estuary is a black mana source that is not a swamp. So that's nice. Oh, that gives any creature? I did not know that. Alright, goodbye. I somehow need to convince them to attack with Falconwrath Noble. Recast Gravecrawler. Okay. Oh, Drag Under is pretty good. Bounce the thing, draw a card. The problem is I don't have a counter spell for Falconwrath Noble, but I do get to land my Stitched Drake. So let's play this. Reveal the island. Then I think I'm better off attacking for 2, because they can just give my stuff unblockable, or they can give their stuff Swamp Walk anyway, if they really, really want to. Then I can play Stitched Drake, eating that. And I kind of just want to play this Battle-wise Aven, because they're not going to kill shot my thing. Yeah, I guess I will. They only have 1 card in hand, so it's kind of safe. I don't know, this could be super bad. But I need to get stuff in play so I can win. And then the game plan is to like tempo them out and then drag under the Falconwrath Noble the turn I'm trying to swing for lethal. And hope they don't draw a kill spell here. What is this? I've never seen that card in my life, but it's kind of cool. The problem is now they know about the kill shot, and that's the biggest thing. Now they're never attacking with Falconwrath Noble. But I'm glad I tapped out, because I would have just been in even worse position. What is this? Tap enchanted creature doesn't... Ooh, okay. They have no cards in hand, though, and I will be able to bounce my Stitch Drake eventually. I can also Faith's Shield and give it protection from black. That's some really cool artwork. They also attack with Gloom Drifter. Alright, I think I just block. I lose 1, 2, 3 life. Well, the 9. But their board state's not good anymore. That's the thing. I don't want to draw land. That was not in the plan. I guess I can attack with Parasitic Strix. Play Plains, pass turn. Probably just gonna Phase Shield the Stitch Drake. Give it... Oh, they even have to pay mana? I did not read that line of text. Oh, that's actually probably not that relevant. Their curve is probably pretty low, but it's something. And then so if I give it protection from black, then the enchantment falls off, because you can only enchant a creature. What is this? Oh, okay. That's a problem with the Parasite. Oh gosh. And then it gives everything haste even if I kill it. Okay. See, here's where if they didn't know about kill shot, they would just right click attack all. But now that they know about kill shot, we're in trouble. Interesting. So we're going to kill shot the Anger, kill the Parasite, because my deck draws a lot of cards. Block here, take 2, 3, we go down to 6 life. 5 life, I guess. I am drawing a bounce spell. You know what? I'm gonna wait on the Stitch Drake. I'm drawing a bounce spell soon. After all these lands. I'm not playing a swamp. That would be a terrible idea. I could chant of the Skisfang their Gravecrawler. And I think I will. Because that is 1 damage every turn, regardless of what I do. And then it's kind of awkward, but I have to hold back my Parasitic Strix now. And then if they whiff, then we're in business, because then I bounce Stitch Drake. Then I draw another card. Stitch Drake comes back. I still have Faith's Shield to keep my guys alive. I'm at 5, but it's going to be hard for them to do that much damage. I think I should have enchanted this a while ago, because that got in for quite a bit of damage. So they made my thing a swamp. Gave him Swamp Walk. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Why does it say island? What? What? Target land becomes a swamp. This is a plains island. Alright, well, I don't really know if I should be able to block or not. I think if it... Well, alright. I'll tell them I will play... I'll play as if it actually worked. Because that seems fair. But that's kind of ridiculous that it just made it an island. That's just really bad coding. So we're gonna bounce my Stitch Drake here. Ooh, Mask of Riddles. There we go. Oh wait, fear can't be blocked except by black creatures. Yeah, this is a problem actually. 1, 2. I think I just need to go for this. I can't sit around waiting for something to happen. I equip to my Parasitic Strix. Attack here. I could have played the swamp, but that seems like a really bad idea. There's another plane, so I just tapped wrong. But that's okay. Then I get to pass turn. I take some damage. I think I'm dead. Falconwrath Noble is a busted card, and every creature they have is haste. Yep. Block here. Take 2, go down to 3. So Faith's Shield is active, so I can give myself protection from black. And this requires a target. They make that a swamp. This is an island. That's so weird. What the heck? Okay, I just need to draw cards, so I'm going to attack here. Yes, draw a card. Okay, that's... How many lands? 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 land. That's certainly something. Do that, play island. I guess equip the mask here. Doesn't really matter. Send some fear into their hearts. Yeah, actually, if they forget that Faith's Shield gives me protection from black, this might work. They made their own thing a swamp, which gave them blue. If they want to trust me, they can, but I can't force them to make plays. That's the dumbest card I've ever seen. You know, I will hold up my word, but it's up for them to... Oh, man. That's pretty good. So let's do that. I don't actually need black men anymore. I guess I want to attack first, although this just has fear. I can equip here because they can actually block my creature. Yeah, I regret moving the mask now. Draw a card, yes. Claustrophobia. That is quite good. I can still draw. Cast this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's so many lands. The bottom of my library is just action. So I play that. I'm going to tap him down. Actually, maybe tapping down the Zombie Trailblazer is better. Because that forces them to, if they want to attack, they have to attack with Falconwrath Noble. Discard a card, target creature gets +0/+0 and gains first strike. And it has haste. This is unfortunate from the opponent. And this is one of the weirdest bugs I've ever seen. Target land becomes swamp. Is island. What if it gave them Island Walk? No attacks. Alright. More C. That's pretty good. Yeah, all the bottom of my library is just action. Let's first see. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I have Shaper Parasite in my deck. Okay, we're fine. Do I need Think Twice or Weave Fate? I guess so. Put on top. put on top, put on top, put on top. I draw all of those. We go island, cast this face down, turn it face up, kill Falconwrath Noble. Yes. So I lose one, and Dream Trawler might actually deck me. I don't, maybe I was supposed to bottom the card draw. I just only drew lands, which is kind of ridiculous. I need to kill them relatively quickly, but I think I can do that. The thing is, every creature they play has haste, and I'm at 2 life. But I guess I have Faith's Shield, so we can attack here. And let's see, I'm drawing card draw into card draw. I'll do it. Play the Homunculus. Pass turn. Alright, when it attacks, if it doesn't have first strike, put a first strike counter on it. So it's a 3/3. Okay. So I do have to block this. This first strike. Kind of want to just block. How much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is going to become a 3/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think I'm just going to chump block with my 1/3. And then I can Faith's Shield to swing for lethal. So I will transform. There's Think Twice. So let's go Island. I don't think I have any other removal spells. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they block here and then they basically die. Really Think Twice. Oh, right, it just costs 1. Oh, Feat of Resistance. I guess I could just do that, give this protection from black. And that also kills them. Right, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can Weave Fate, sure. There's a Trailblazer. Okay, so we're fine. Attack, attack, attack. Down to 2 cards in library, I win the game. That was a crazy game. The Swamp Walk thing not working is so weird. But I would recommend everyone, if you're in that position, just play as if it works. Obviously, again, I can't force my opponent to believe me, because I could just be like, oh, I'll play as if it works and then block. But I would have. I would have actually let it happen. I think this is fine. I just want more ways to deal with... I've brought this card in every single game, but I also don't want to bring in swamps. So maybe we'll just let it happen. Yeah, we'll just let this happen. I want a way to deal with the vampire, but that's only 1 card in their whole deck. And Dream Trawler deals with that card quite nicely, but I think it was literally the bottom card of my deck before I scryed. So one can only do so much. This hand's pretty good. Shaper Parasite also deals with their vampire, so turn 1 Gravecrawler again. Alright. Mask of Riddles. Yeah, Gravecrawler hits for a lot. So let's go Island. We'll reveal the mask. Even though maybe I should have just sided out black now that I think about it, because Fear doesn't do that much. Blood Cultist. Blood Cultist deals 1 damage to target creature. Whenever creature dealt damage by it dies, put a counter on it. Okay, let's draw a Plains. Nope. I can't afford to wait on this, so I just have to run it out. They have a kill spell, they have a kill spell. They know what it is, so they're very likely to just kill it. Ooh, Zombie Trailblazer, alright. Parasitic Strix. I can actually drain them. Let's play Island. I really want to hit a white mana. Not that worried about Blood Cultist, but at the same time I kind of am. They didn't kill my creature to last turn. I think I'm gonna wait. No attacks, and we're gonna make them move to combat and see what happens there. Okay, so they do that. Let's flip this up and kill Zombie Trailblazer. Then we block here, and they can then Blood Cultist to make their cultist into a 2/2. And that's fine. Yep, then they play the Noble. You got me. Give me a white mana. Okay. Ask and you shall receive. It's pretty suspicious just passing turn, but they did see Kill Shot. It's too suspicious. So I'm just going to play Parasitic Strix here and hold up Feat of Resistance. Grim Harvest. Zombies have Menace. Exile a creature card from your graveyard, make a zombie. And they do actually have a red permanent. Okay, this is getting scary. Yep. Stitch Drake is good here. I'm taking damage, I need to race. So I can attack. and then hold up a very obvious kill shot on the way back. Island, Stitch Drake, getting rid of that. I still think I traded kind of favorably with Shaper Parasite, although next turn they can make a zombie and then recast Gravecrawler potentially, which would be an issue. Interesting. I feel like that card was good for them. I don't know. Like, yes, it gives them something to exile the Grim Harvest, but that Parasite was doing 1 damage every turn. But I don't know, maybe a 2/2 Menace is just good. Okay, this is getting problematic. I can Feat of Resistance to make this a 3/3, and I think I probably just have to do this, like just add a counter, because I can't really afford to hold up mana forever. I also need to start playing quickly, because I think that was just game 1. Oh, give me the white. Oh my gosh. Let's first see. We're gonna hit a white mana here. Frostlinks. Okay, that actually works pretty well. So I don't want this island. Actually, I kind of do. So I don't really want the Trailblazer. Frostlinks is great. So I'm going to put that on top and then these two. Then I go Plains. Then I think rather than casting Killshot, I'm just going to Frostlinks down their infinite zombie. And then hit them for 3. They're at 14. Next turn I get to play a Dream Trawler, which means they can't really attack. Uh-oh. What is that? 3 damage to any target. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Does this have flashback? It does, but the flashback is 9. I take 4. I only take 2. They're just not attacking with the Falconwrath Noble. Interesting. So let's just jam Dream Trawler. I should not have played that land, actually. And I guess I can just equip here and draw a card. They have 1 card in hand, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4 power of menace. Sure. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This gets bigger. I don't know. That was maybe a bad attack, but they only had 1 card in hand, so I need to get aggressive. Otherwise, I'm gonna die to menace zombies. And drawing cards is the best way that I have to win the game. Their Blood Cultist is getting huge though. That card's so scary. But I get to Weave Fate, and then Dream Trawler attacks for 5, so I get to hit them, gain 7 life. I think I can win this race, especially with Killshot. I really should not have played that land. Just the 2 zombies. I can double block this zombie. I'll gain 3. They kill my Frostlinks. This becomes a 5/5. It's hard to imagine this going wrong. Unless they have Dead Drop. Dead Drop would be kind of brutal. Holy cow, Dead Drop would be brutal. I'm at 10. They kill their own Gravecrawler during combat. Do they have like a fling? What is this? I'm so scared. What is this? Oh, okay. I think they don't realize this is the combat damage stat. Alright. That scared me, but we're good. About to gain a whole bunch of life. This gets bigger. I'm gonna Weave Fate pre-combat. I guess I used most of the good white cards, so I'll just keep 1 up. Ooh, Think Twice. Yes. Let's go land. Move to combat. I think I just attack with Dream Trawler, although this is like a 2-turn clock. But this does let me block. Yeah, we'll do this. So I draw another card. Oh, drag under. 2, 3. I already played a land, so I can't drag under and Killshot. So I think we'll see how they block. I think just Think Twice, and then drag under can let me get in for lethal damage next turn. I'm up to 17. I have a blocker and the ability to kill something. And me playing a land last turn actually paid off. Melancholy enters tapped. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can still only do 11. Next turn I can hit them for 5, 6, 7 damage. And then I can bounce this to do 8, 9. I'm going to Killshot the Blood Cultist, I think. And then I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can make another zombie, but... Oh, I do not want to F6. Oh gosh, I almost F6'd. That's the one way I lose, is if they play like Doomblade on Dream Trawler. Oh, they're dead. almost for sure. Let's deep analysis. Up to 6. They go up to 11. I can drag under my Strix, but I kind of like just drag undering the zombie. This gets bigger, goes up to 7. Let's play our land. Attack for 8. They make a zombie, sure. Yeah, I think I was one short of killing them, but they're dead. I'm at 18. They have one card in hand. They're at 3. They have to pay mana for Melancholy. I get to Threnody Stinger. They have to chump block with Falconwrath Noble. We did it. All right, 1 Chaos Draft, 1 trophy. See you guys next time.